In a previous video, I discussed the reasons behind the Grand Inquisitor's fall to the dark side and the motivations for his joining Palpatine's Inquisitorius. As explained last year by Dave Filoni, the Grand Inquisitor was a former Jedi Knight, and more specifically, a Jedi Temple Guard within the Order. In fact, the Grand Inquisitor was one of the Temple Guards who arrested Barriss Offee for her actions related to the bombing of the Jedi Temple. More than that, the Grand Inquisitor was present not only to escort Barriss into the courtroom where Ahsoka's trial was taking place, but also for Barriss's emotional speech regarding the corruption that grew to plague the Republic and Jedi. As explained by Filoni, it was Barriss's accusations that the Jedi had become an army fighting for the dark side, and who were truly to blame for the Clone War, that planted the seeds in the mind of the Grand Inquisitor that would ultimately lead him away from the Jedi and towards the dark side. However, with the recent release of issue number 6 in the Darth Vader comic series, we now know that there was more to the story of the Grand Inquisitor's fall, and the path that led him to join Palpatine's Inquisitorius. In this video expose, I will explain how Palpatine was able to lure the Grand Inquisitor, the former Jedi Temple Guard, to his Inquisitorius. Following Darth Vader's successful mission to obtain a Jedi's lightsaber crystal so that he could bend it to his own will and use it in his own weapon, Vader was alerted that an intruder had entered the former Jedi Temple. However, in actuality, the man was no intruder. Rather, it was the Grand Inquisitor, who'd been given permission to enter the Jedi Temple. As the Grand Inquisitor stood within the temple, he could focus on only one thing: the lies that were told to him by the Jedi Order. As was made clear, the removal of the Jedi from the galaxy and the destruction of their order provided him with the ability to obtain that which he'd always wanted: access to the Jedi Temple archives. Although Vader and the Grand Inquisitor would ultimately confront each other in lightsaber combat, their duel was ended when Palpatine intervened to stop Vader from killing the leader of his Inquisitorius. The affair turned out to be a lesson for both, as the Grand Inquisitor learned that he had a new master in Vader and was beholden to him as a Sith Lord, while Vader was given his first look into Palpatine's plans regarding the Inquisitorius. As Palpatine brought Vader to the works within the industrial district of Coruscant to see his new legion of Inquisitors, Vader asked his master to expand on the history of the leader of the Inquisitorius, the Grand Inquisitor. It's here that Vader learned the true reasons why the Grand Inquisitor fell to the dark side and allied with Palpatine. Although it was clear when he first stepped into the temple and declared that the Jedi Order had perpetrated nothing but lies, and that there would be no Jedi to deny the archives from him, Palpatine told Vader that the Grand Inquisitor had once been a Jedi who grew to resent them for never allowing someone with his skill gain access to the higher councils of the Order, and with it, access to the greatest secrets of the Jedi. It's clear that the initial catalyst that was triggered through Barriss's speech blossomed into full resentment and fury directed at the Jedi, thereby pushing the Grand Inquisitor towards Palpatine and the dark side. Following Barriss's speech, he desired access to the Jedi archives and the secrets that waited within them. But more than that, this desire was nefariously promoted and taken advantage of by Palpatine. As Palpatine intervened to ensure that he didn't die by his apprentice's blade, the Grand Inquisitor questioned Palpatine why he would let Vader confront him after granting him leave to explore and study the Jedi teachings within the archives. This demonstrates that it's Palpatine who's controlling the Grand Inquisitor's access to the archives, and promising him the ability to obtain their secrets. There's nothing within the direct exchange between Palpatine and the Grand Inquisitor to overtly suggest that Palpatine is manipulating him towards the dark side through promises that he may access the secrets within the archives and give in to his resentment of the Jedi for keeping them from him. However, the private discussion between Vader and Palpatine suggests that there's more insidious machinations at play. As Palpatine tells Vader, the Grand Inquisitor's resentment of the Jedi for not allowing him to access the archives was a crack in his armor, easy to exploit. Therefore, as we learned in issue number 6 of the Vader comic series, Not only did the Grand Inquisitor fall to the dark side due to his growing resentment of the Jedi Order for preventing him from accessing the higher councils and great secrets of the Order, we also saw that Palpatine is using this resentment and his control over the archives to exploit the fallen Jedi. So there we have it, the specifics behind the Grand Inquisitor's fall to the dark side and the machinations of Palpatine that played a role in it. We love making these videos, so why not subscribe for more fun Star Wars theories and discussions? Also, if you enjoyed the video, think about giving a like or leaving a comment. If not for me, for letting go of your anger.